Video on Pitsford Water, a destination I visited not too long ago, and so this is situated a few miles north of Northampton, and it's a reservoir. It's a big fish water, so if you're targeting pike, there's some good ones in there. So this is so I'll just go through a few areas where I sort of found some information and what goes on there. So this is the Pitsford Water Fishing Lodge, and you drive to there, you park up. You can go online and pay for your boat and your permit, and I think it comes combined. If you're fishing on your own on the boat, it's quite expensive. It's about £44 for the day. I'd recommend going when there's a bit more light in the day, so maybe sort of September time would be a good time, in the early part of October. You get a bit more time on the water. You probably want a couple of days to have a really good go at it, and there is an option to do bank fishing along here as well. So we'll just go into it a bit. So in areas where I'm familiar with, there's a stretch of water where my arrow is here. It's known as Duffer's Reach, and there's a few spots along here. Depending on what the wind's doing, you really want the wind in your favour, i.e. you don't want it, if it's a strong wind, you really want it over your shoulder, really. So just bear that in mind. So we'll dot around at a few spots, I know. So you go through it, you turn into this parking area here. There's a gate just there. They give you a key code so you can get through the gates to drive up this lane and to look for these other spots along here. So there's an area here called Duffer's Reach. You can fish off here. There's another Bog Bay. It's another sort of known spot. And this point area here where my cursor is, that's called Stilton Point. And that's another sort of hot spot. And also the Gorse, this area here is a known sort of spots to sort of do your bank fishing for pike. See what you can find. With regards to the main hot spot, we'll go into that in a minute. But there's an area here just off the town of Pittsford, which is just here where my cursor is. This area here, there's some deep water just in here, you can see there. And Pittsford Creek, it's called, and Picnic Bank, this area here. So I wouldn't sort of fish this area here, but just in here, there's some deeper water. Just in there is worth a try. And good, you can park your car in there, good access, not too far. Alternatively, what else have we got? There's an aerator over here. If you're out in the boat, you will be trying this up this end. They do say a lot of the bigger pike don't actually come from this area. The bigger pike come from an area called Gravel Bank, which we'll go into in a minute. There's another area you can fish, Sailing Club Bank, which is this one along here. Here's the Sailing Club, and this area here is another sort of few spots you can try for your pike. There, it's worth a go. And the main sort of another area where you can go, where I fished, I drove from the lodge. I drove back down this road, and I come through Pittsford village here, and I ended up, let me just zoom in. I came across this bridge here, a little bit of water on the bridge, went through this gate here, drove up this lane. There's all pine forest along here, and I got to Angler's car park, which was here, and then there was a gate here, and I couldn't go any further, so just parked up in there. And there's pike fishing. This is called the Narrows. This stretch here, this bit along here is all called the Narrows. You can fish anywhere along here. Massive expanse of water. It's a little bit shallower, it looked like, but you just want to be where it sort of drops off. You want your bait to go in this darker water here. That's what you want it to do. But the big pike have come from an area called Gravel Bank, which is this thing here. Where are we? I think it's all the way along here. There's a gravel bank along here. Man-made sort of thing. And I get the impression a lot of the bigger pike have come from this area here with my cursor, is these trees. I tried, what did I do? I tried along here for a start, tried out there. Somebody was fishing here. They were fishing out there. There was somebody else in about here somewhere. I think somebody else was in here. I had a little go. Where did I go? I had a go in here. I had to go here, I think, for a while. And I went in there. And then I tried up here. So there's lots of this the gravel bank it's called. This stretch here is where the big pike, I'm talking 30+ pound pike, have come from. So that is Pittsford water. Obviously a boat. If you're fishing in a boat, you know, it's easy to sort of try these different spots I've spoken about, just drift into them and, you know, be a bit further out and cast to them. But then again, if you know, one thing I would say about the bank fishing is like that is, where did I park my car? I parked my car here and I walked all this with all my gear, forgot my barra, and I ended up fishing right down here. So that's the sort of the lengths I sort of have been doing and trying different spots as well. And we're over here in the morning. So that is Pittsford. That is Pittsford. That's the Pittsford water. Just a bit of information. So that's just a few miles north of Northampton. So it's got a lot of trout in it. I think I read somewhere there's 30,000 trout gets put in it each year. So there's a lot of food for a pike, for a pike to get big. So yeah, it's about 750 acres. And there's about 8 miles available for fishing there. So what's it say here? It says record for brown trout stands at £8 4 ounce, and for rainbow trout £13 10 ounce. That's not a bad fish, is it? So fishery information. So the lodge is open 7:45 till 5. For sale of tickets during season. So you can buy your ticket online. You can do it all online now. So it's April the 1st, October 20 for brown trout, bank fishing for 1 hour before sunrise. What else have we got here? Comprehensive tackle shop at the lodge. Yeah, so there's just a fair amount of information there. But that's just generally with regards to the pike fishing. That's in a nutshell, really. And if you want to go somewhere where you've got a chance of a seriously good pike, up here, this area here where my cursor is, that's all out of bounds. That's a nature reserve up there. So all the fishing's done from this bridge this way in this area here. So, like I say, if you want to go somewhere for a big pike, all right, you might, because of the size of the water, you might find it quite hard. It just depends. From my experience, if you've got a low pressure system coming, I wouldn't bother. You really want to go when the weather's settled, like a high pressure system. I think you've got a better chance of getting one then. Something to do with a sudden cold snap that sort of upsets the fish, puts them out of rhythm. So it's you just want to bear that in mind. That's Pittsford. And there you go. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Many more videos along the way. All right, I will see you later.